Oh. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's not
There
true.
might have
Wow.
been daddies of some type.
Yeah, no,
that's all
squad
come
we
on,
of
you
know.
them,
can't
like a pack-
retcon the
a
squad.
pack of
It might have been
daddies.
one squad. Yes. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. And you were there, and they were there.
And there was so there were
Yeah, it's like
so
you go up on the
much
bridge and it's just
seminal
a bunch of
fluid
squad daddies.
everywhere. It was disgusting.
How is that different from our normal sessions?
That's a good,
point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You were there.
And there was
Yup.
wow, true professional.
Oh my god, man. This is the best day ever. We got Lore Runner, Ketwalski, and don't you sit there and judge me, Lore Runner. Don't you
I'm
sit
not
there. I'll
judging
fucking
Jack.
kick you out of
Do you have
this.
any
judging.
idea how many tech issues I have a
Jesse
day?
Gender.
Did you see this morning with frickin' KOTOR?
Yeah, and then
And it pulled something. I actually did a test stream just to make sure it worked, and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna screw with you because I hate you. And I spent the first 20 minutes getting the damn game working.
and then you had me randomly call up and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
buddy."
you called in the middle of me having tech issues because I accidentally left it. I usually close Discord when I'm streaming. It was my mistake. And I just suddenly get this call, and I'm like, hi, welcome to the stream. And I said that first so you'd know.
Yeah, because I was getting ready to talk about stuff we probably didn't want to talk on stream. So I'm glad you did that, because the first thing was going to be like, hey, let's talk
those are the
about
best
personal
streams.
stuff. Those are the
God.
best streams. That is.
Those are those impromptu, behind the scenes.
That's
under
gonna
the
increase
lore.
that's gonna increase your viewership as somebody clips you talking
Yeah.
inappropriately, puts it up on Pornhub.
Oh God.
The lore of lore.
Oh Lord.
They don't hear you guys.
Lord.
Yeah, they don't hear you guys saying. Well, I mean, on the bright side, they heard me talking about seminal fluid, and you guys weren't talking at all. So it sounded like I was talking.
Yeah,
to
it sounded
myself.
like you were just
You
narrating.
just wanted to discuss the
Talk
topic.
about, yeah, we didn't want to talk about that
It's
at all.
on your mind. We were like,
I
can we
know,
get
I
on with the
don't-
game, please? We're here for Star Trek,
Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
sir.
stop
I don't
talking
bring up
about
seminal
sex.
fluid at all.
Mr.
Yeah, there's no
Professional
sex in
GM.
Star Trek. We all know this.
No good sex, man. All right.
Unless it involves data. Unless
it involves
in which case there's a lot of sex.
He's fully functional, and he's fluent in multiple techniques, which is disgusting.
Oh, I'm excited.
I like
by
to
it.
think that that Soon was just like, you know what? I've got this mega, super amazing, awesome android that is super fast and super powerful. But how is he in bed?
You're missing it. You're
Because
missing
somewhere
it
along the
entirely.
line, that occurred to him.
Not only did he program him to have sex just as good as he could, but also he made their mother, who was clearly a sex robot. That's clearly how that
100%.
started. That's
Well, I
how
mean,
that
going
started.
down that, how far did Data go when he created his daughter? Was she fully functional too, and did he put all of that programming into her?
No.
Well, she chose.
We're just
she
going to cut
chose
that
her
one off.
gender.
No. House
She
rule.
chose her gender.
Yeah, Bruce Maddox made a couple of dodges, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh
Yeah.
dear Lord! All right.
Yeah.
What do you want to bet
Yeah.
Picard's going to do that? Legit.
He had a thing for
What
twins.
do you want to bet
know?
Picard's going to do that?
Yeah.
Do what?
He wanted him to have warm
you-
flesh.
Oh no. So, well, that's already happened with but spoilers. So stop watching for about 4 minutes. 3, 2, 1. When it comes to Picard, he actually has another love interest. It won't be like Dawes or anything stupid like that. Have you guys heard about that?
No?
I've heard some rumors
I
about
have
all
not,
sorts of
no.
things.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of them are true.
Well, let's just say he'll be taking one of his former officers beyond the stars. All right, let's get
Right?
started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes some
Vera
dark.
tonight. Holy crap.
He likes the dark meat now.
Oh my God, did it
Oh,
change?
whoa.
Yeah, I'm Vera.
It was not like
okay.
that.
My voice is way too deep to do that, so I'm gonna have to Mickey Mouse it. So today we'll be talking a little bit more like this.
That's what he thinks you sound like, by the way.
No, it's all I can do. Okay, you know, if I'm playing Vera, I can't do it. That's my point. I can Mickey Mouse, and that's it. I can't do voices.
All right, so
I'm
last
Vera. Oh,
See,
no.
she literally does it better than I do.
Where's my squad daddies? Oh.
where's my
Ow.
squad daddies? What the fuck? I don't want to do this game anymore. All right,
I mean,
guys.
if you think about it, as soon as Disney buys CBS, that's happening. That's going to be a
They're
thing.
creating squad daddies. All right. So last time on Behind the Lines, a lot of shit happened. Nothing that I had planned, and we got squad daddies, which are human Jem'Hadar hybrids that like to have sex with Vera. Maybe with
Only Vera, no
only-
one
maybe
else.
with some of the other
Just-
people.
The whole galaxy.
They
I got her pregnant real quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're still pregnant.
Yeah.
too,
Yeah, you're
aren't
actually
Like that
prego.
was
Oh,
10,
am I still pregnant? Or
Yeah.
is
10
that-
babies.
You are
that's-
super
oh.
prego.
Yeah.
Moga can now kill on will, and Sito has basically a Galaxy class standard phaser.
Is it Sito or Saito?
Sito.
It's the same thing.
I'm
It's
just trying to
Sito.
ask.
I
Trying
know
to
that you're
clarify.
being. Yeah, I know where you're going with this, but for the viewers at home, it is Cito.
Okay.
All right.
For the
Sato?
rest of you, it's Serato.
So,
And it has been a hell of a night. I lost my entire campaign thing that I put together, so we're going to be doing this from memory. Let's get started. So, as we stated, after a bit of time of being on Earth, Q ultimately leaves, letting
He was
you know
bored.
he was Borg.
Bored, not Borg.
Oh, Q was Borg. Okay, I was like, wait a second.
Q
was
was
a turn.
Borg the whole
That was-
time.
This is
It was
exciting.
me. It was me.
It's getting good.
The queen comes up. It was me the whole time. After a bit of time being on Earth and Q, of course, leaving because he was bored, you guys have discussed and now have a better understanding of where you're going to be doing. You're going to need to help Starfleet out because not only for the upcoming war, but he hints that there will be a time that there will be others necessary to help the Federation in their time of need. So you find some accommodations for not only yourself, but the squad daddies. After a while, you are summoned, ironically, by Section 31. Now, how or why they know you're there, there's not really an answer to that question at the moment, and they don't appear
Not
to
really
be upset
subtle with-
at any point.
not really subtle with the squad daddies. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's how they found you, through the squad daddies. So you can thank Q for all of this for occurring. You're called into a bar and to a specific table. When you arrive, you find 3 different drinks specially made for each of you. It's
I
actually...
grab Vera's immediately.
Well, all of them are specifically made for you individually. So whatever Vera likes is now probably the strongest drink.
Terrible. Why do you drink this?
You want to know what
Because
that
it's
glass
good
is
for-
full of?
I grab Moga's.
You don't want to know what that is.
It's
Yeah.
literally just Epicat. It's just Epicat in Moga's drink.
I'm just like, it's got to keep the protein up. It is mostly protein.
It's mostly seminal fluid.
Squad daddy is what I was going to say is what it's full of.
It's disgusting on ice.
Salty. Mm.
Okay. So we'll go to the table.
After drinking. Okay, so you take a drink and you say it's disgusting. You guys doing anything else, or are you just sitting there?
I'm waiting for my contact. What is my drink?
What's your
GM.
favorite drink? What's your favorite
Nope,
drink?
nope. It's on you.
Oh, okay, cool. It is a chocolate sundae, which is in fact Sito's absolute favorite. He found that he enjoyed it from the academy.
That's true. Because back in Bajor, we didn't have dessert, like as a concept. It wasn't a thing. We had what we had to survive. So the moment he discovered dessert, he gained 40 kilos. And
Isn't the jumja fruit a type of treat?
oh yeah, they say that, but it's actually not. It's one of those little lies. It's like cauliflower. You know, it's fruit. It's a treat you can have at the end of your meal.
That's the lie. All right, so yeah, it's what did I say it was? Chocolate, hot chocolate,
Chocolate sundae.
chocolate sundae.
No.
Okay, yep.
And I'm just
drinking
enjoying
a chocolate sundae?
Yeah, no, it's like they put it in a blender and they just and
So a milkshake?
well, there was banana in there too, so
Yeah.
Which is
Oh, a
delicious.
milkshake.
Yeah, so chocolate banana milk.
listen. It's also clear like this because
Is
it's
this? Are we at a bar or are we at the Shake Shack? What's going on here?
Look, just because you're
Future
mad
Shake
because you've
Shack.
got Epicat and you've got protein doesn't mean
I don't know what
that
I
I can't
have.
enjoy my drink. No, I've told you what yours is.
It's
I have
Earth.
decided this now.
It's Earth, and
I'll
as you
take
can
it.
remember, the answer to that is yes. Is it a bar or is it a fruit shop? The answer is yes.
That's true. It's the future.
Ooh, I like
Is this
it.
a lesbian-friendly dog bar?
Can I get
or
more
a
alcohol in
dog-friendly
this, please?
lesbian bar?
Yeah, there's a little rum in that chocolate milkshake he's drinking.
A female troll comes by and she says, "I'm sorry, sir.
More alcohol, please.
Do you have a preference, or?"
Romulan.
She just says, "I'll see what I can find."
Okay, thank you.
Make that 2, please.
Okay. She says, "Okay." So she reaches out and grabs yours and walks off. It takes a couple of minutes, and she comes back and gives the drink back to both of you each. And
Oh, it's much better.
pauses a moment. Is there anything else I can get you?
Yeah. Do you have those little nuts that make it so they dehydrate you and you immediately want to take another drink?
She pauses a moment. She says, "I don't think so. I can take a look. That sounds like something that the Federation probably wouldn't allow us."
Oh no,
to
it's
have."
cool. Like Quark had a whole bunch. Last time I was on Deep Space Nine, you should check them out. They're wonderful.
What's Deep Space Nine?
Deep Space. And I turned to look at her for a second. Get away from my table.
She says, "Okay."
Oh, I find it rather peculiar that the bar maiden doesn't know the location of one of the illustrious and also racist havens in the Federation.
You mean everywhere? No, I'm sorry.
So as you guys are talking, a Tellarite makes his way over and slowly sits down across from you, and he nods his head. He says, "Having a good evening?"
I was hoping to play some poker, but otherwise, yeah.
Well, we were until you rudely interrupted our party.
He nods his head and motions over. I believe there's actually a poker table over there. They're holographic, but probably still something you could enjoy. He sits back and he says, "I hope I haven't been keeping you for too long."
I'm like halfway through this by now.
I've already got
just gulping it down at this point.
the entire time.
I'm trying to get the squad daddies out of my mind.
I've been
That's what I'm
telling
doing.
stories about the squad
No,
daddy.
and I just take more. Just get it away. Get it out of my head.
Oh, they're so adorable. I just locking them in the hotel room. I
Another, please.
haven't seen light in days.
Where is? Oh my
That's
God.
terrifying.
The
That's
waitress-
terrifying. Got him locked up in there. Sexing.
What have you been eating? Don't answer that.
The
all
same
the
thing that I
nutrients-
had for my drink.
Oh my God.
Got all the nutrients you need, just like the
The
Lord intended.
Tellarite pauses a moment. He says, This is a fascinating conversation, but
Yeah, please kill me.
You're actually-
Please kill me.
I'm close to it." He says,
Thank you.
We actually need your help at the moment. It would seem
Of course.
that unfortunately we're going to be having. He says, "It seems unfortunately there's going to be some conflict, possibly with the Klingons and with the Dominion. There's not anyone within Admiralty or the command that doesn't believe that war is an eventuality. So at this point, we're going to look at preparing for the possible ramifications. To that end, I need you three. To that end, you three are being assigned to Utopia Planitia to help them see the necessities.
I've had some
As long as I'm not
ideas
there for
about
like 40
increasing
years.
production of Utopia Planitia. So
Sounds like a perfect place to settle down.
I
Nothing ever
agree.
happens.
I agree.
I never thought about
Nothing ever
plastic
happens
people.
in Mars.
Have all 20 of your wives and husbands there. Just,
Yeah, move the whole family.
Moving the whole Denovian
Have,
crew
like
there.
get a summer home, you know. big,
like
one of those really big, like the villas, you know.
it's like it's like Fate F8, you know.
Villas, yeah. It's an all-inclusive resort house, actually, on Mars. Perfect place. Nothing ever happens. What could ever happen on Mars? Nothing.
The Telluride looks between you and says, "We'll be sending some schematics and prototypes to assist, but for the moment, we'll just need you to become acquainted with the various people there and the command staff. You've already had your transfer forms set up, so you'll be among the higher echelons in Utopia. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get you on the command crew, but you'll be close enough where you can at least have the ear of those that we want to impress the need to have these changes done."
Well, certainly we can do our part for king and country. That's a common phrase, I believe, here on Earth.
As long as our accommodations can support 10 people, and they don't need much space. It's just like
It's about
Do you
to be
have to
20.
take them with you? Do you...
yes, believe me, I do. They're the parents of my now 15 children.
Oh, you had what? I heard about one, not 15.
Don't worry, they die after like a week. So
That's disgusting.
What?
What do you think? What do you think the protein's from? All right.
just right in the blender.
That's disgusting.
Right out of
That's
me.
even
Nobody's
Right
eating
back in.
at home, right? Who's watching this? Nobody ingests food during this
God.
program.
He takes out a pad and hands it towards you. Says you'll be on the next transport out to Utopia.
Quick question, Mister, if I may. Is that racist idiot admiral going to be there?
Which racist idiot admiral?
So you mean an admiral?
So,
You mean any of
I don't actually know his name. He constantly screws up everyone else's names, though. He was the guy who was pushing the galaxy.
he
You're fucking hubris.
dips
Yeah,
his,
that's some sheer fucking hubris. Sato.
he dips his head. What is it? No, that's not even his name anymore. It's C2, isn't it? C2.
Oh, that's
C2,
true.
yep, C2,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
me.
He dips his head and he
Right
says,
down
"I
your
don't
forehead.
believe any of the Admiralty is actually there at the moment." So
Good.
that'll
Oh,
work.
Because that guy can go screw off. I'm just saying. I saw him without a shirt recently, and I'm still blind from it. Don't ask.
You are an interesting.
I have
fellow.
so many questions.
He slowly stands up and shakes his head and walks off, wondering what he's done with his life. So
So to Section 31.
I just have a single moment of like self-worth. It's like, how are we even still in Starfleet?
I don't know.
I'm kind of upset that he didn't present all of us with a
I'm just saying.
little case that
Come
when you
without a
open it has a black badge in
Oh,
it.
that would
in
have
the
been
middle of the
cool.
bar.
That would have been awesome. Hey, sir, come back.
he stops for a moment. He looks back at you and says, "Can I help you?"
Do you have those really? Oh, sorry. You
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
Fine.
there's these cool black badges that I've heard of, and I was wondering why we don't have one. Like, I've got this thing, but I don't have.
He says, "I'll look into getting you requisitioned the badges that you're asking for."
Awesome.
I just want
Thank you
something flashy
very
to
much.
really show my.
Yeah, I
my-
want to make sure everyone
Section 31
knows.
flag.
She wants to make sure everyone knows that we're.
Yeah, it's a secret
opening up-
organization. People wouldn't just be
Good
wearing it in the hallway of
Let's-
a very common ship. You'll go on.
He nods his head and he says, "I'm glad we could have this public conversation about this." And then
Section 31 exists.
Yes.
People, wake up!
I'm opening up a bar called Section 32.
Section 32. Why is it called that? Because the first one was taken.
what's it called? Because the first one definitely doesn't exist.
Oh yeah. There you go. Wink.
Yeah, this one is called not Section 31.
Okay.
Or in my case, C Section 31.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God,
It's just
that is
open. It's just
disgusting.
staying
Oh
open
my
because of how
God.
quickly they're being birthed. It's just
That is just like a hallway.
Factory,
just
yeah.
sliding through. Wet and wild down there.
Oh dear Lord.
Coming out two at a time.
It's like that Mom of 8
Oh,
or whatever, where
I wish it was
just
only 2.
slides out. That's literally a
which is
thing.
only
disgusting.
2. Oh god.
It's like a water slide.
Just like a water. What
Go
the-
on. Oh god.
Yeah, it's wet and wild down there.
That
It's just going down.
explains so
Listen,
much
when
about
we
all the
started-
janitor
when
stories
we
I keep hearing.
When we started this out, we had actual missions and stuff, and people.
We did.
Now it's just like, let's
Yeah.
make fun of Vera's.
Yeah, let's just
vagina.
have fun and talk about people who have sex too much and how it's a water slide, and then we kill and eat the babies. That's how we survive. I mean,
Hey, she eats the babies. I don't eat babies, okay?
Yeah, I'm not eating any of the
Do you
children.
see?
I'm
Do you
just
see
after the
the
first one.
spoons on my forehead? I don't eat babies.
not after the
just-
first one.
Not after the first. I had to try it, but that was it. One and done. That's what I say.
What did they call it in the Discovery short? I mean, it's an actual real word too. When you eat different foods, you try different foods. You're is it foodie? I don't think so.
No.
Foodie is a word. People say foodies.
When you just try different stuff because you anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. All right.
I'll try anything first, once. I mean,
Yeah. If someone offered me human meat, I wouldn't like eat a meal of it, but like an hors d'oeuvre size piece.
Are you talking in character or just in?
Oh,
just
she's
right now?
full octane right now, buddy.
yeah,
If
she
someone
means in real
offered
life. She's just like, hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have to get off the stream now. Actually,
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I've gotta
afraid. I
go.
feel like this is making me feel personally attacked.
Yeah.
Feeling
I
threatened.
mean, we do see cannibal, like we do see Saru getting eaten in
I
disco.
promise
so.
you, for those of you who are new, in 2 weeks we're going to do a serious campaign, and I swear to God, it's going to be fun. So don't worry about it. We'll be eating babies, but far less eting babies. I
Yes.
promise.
All right.
So
I
are we
get that.
there?
Hope you have plenty
Can we
of
just
shit.
be there?
Well, the reason I asked is I didn't know if you wanted to do the poker thing or not, or do you want to?
No, we're there.
I wasn't complaining, by the way. I'm just letting people know we are going to have a serious. It will be serious. I swear to God. Do not use this to gauge. Do not use the
I
last
promise.
two.
No, this is
my
the whole
next
thing.
character will be asexual. I promise.
I'm not sure. My next is just going to be the Joker. Just the Joker.
Which one? Anyways,
Heath Ledger.
yes, good choice.
All right. So,
Too soon.
yeah. Wow, sir.
Don't worry, I got these scars.
It's too soon.
Oh, I got these Oscars.
Gonna make a pencil disappear. It's magic.
First, you're gonna have to replicate one because nobody uses pencils anymore.
Oh, the freaking future. Okay, we're there. We're in Mars.
The freaking future.
I don't.
I hate being in
I
the
don't,
freaking future.
I don't like babies. They're rough, coarse, and get everywhere. That's horrible, right?
Just like sand. True story.
Anyway.
Just like sand.
So you guys do get on the transport, and as you state, you make your way there. It's about a 9 to 10 hour journey because it's a low level transport. You're not, top of the brass or anything. As you arrive, you've gone through processing. From everything you can tell, security looks pretty tight. It is Utopia Planitia, after all.
Very tight. Everything's on lockdown.
Yep. There's
Laser
no
guns.
possibility of an attack anywhere.
Yeah,
at any point in
fucking hardcore fucking handheld mining lasers that can cut through anything. On lockdown.
Including flesh,
And
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
at the moment, at least, it's one of the safest places in the Federation. That obviously isn't going to change.
And that'll never change. Yep.
It'll never change. It'll always be that way. As you get there, you're given your different assignment roles. You're assigned to Section A7. All 3 of you, in fact. Of course, it goes along with your roles that you've done beforehand. So, you're C2, you're actually in security. Jesse, you more work with interstellar phenomena and things of that nature. You're in the science division. It isn't actually interstellar phenomena, but it more has to do with the physics and the theory of putting the ships together and things, more working with the warp cores, making sure all of the experimental technology is together. Of course, Moga, you're one of the head doctors. You're not the head doctor, but for your section and area.
For now, there's plenty of time for accidents to occur.
Be a shame if coronavirus happened to hit.
That's true. Highly contagious. Very dangerous.
Hell yeah.
Doesn't impact Trills, Jorans, and
Yeah, we will be the
They'll
only
be on.
3 people alive. Plus the squad daddies. They'll be fine.
the squad.
As long as the squad daddies survive, because they are quite literally daddies now. So
And, that's fantastic.
They've always been daddies. So.
It's just a
There's
matter
daddies
of
in
the
my heart.
definition of the daddy. All right. That's fantastic. So, as you make your way there, for the most part, you are able to get within your roles pretty easily. It's pretty hard work, but it's nothing above board, nothing that you haven't served on a ship. Utopia Planitia itself is vast, though, obviously. There's not just one installation, but it's multiple installations in and of itself. A couple of things that are occurring, though, is there is heightened security versus what has been occurred in the past or what's been seen in the past. And it looks like they're trying to put various contingency plans together. There's even the creation of a defense network that's going to be completely around Mars, which is something completely unheard of. Didn't even exist when the Borg first attacked. It'll take a while, unfortunately. It won't be done for at least a decade or so, but there's going to be a complete orbital defense system that is being put together. Also, as you guys are working, there's been murmurs of discussion involving the use of more AI and autonomous bots. Now, generally, it seems like people have been resistant to AI when it comes to Starfleet. Kind of. I mean, when it comes to AI controlling everything, there's been a resistance to that. So, from what you can tell, there's rumors the higher brass are more talking about it. And at this point, it's been about a week or so it's been about 2 or 3 weeks that you guys have been working, again, trying to make the connections that you are. So, at the moment, we're going to start with you, Cito, and again, I don't want to say you're like head of security or anything like that, but you're one of the higher ranking security officers specifically for your section. And so at the moment, as you're working, you receive right now you're actually working at an office. You have your own office and everything. It's been fantastic. And you receive
you get an office.
Yeah. All three of you technically get your own offices.
I always have a doctor, so.
People just come into my office and like no one says anything, but the squad daddies are just arrayed behind me.
Just walks around.
They don't say anything. They don't do anything.
No, they're just like they're basically like my green screen here. They're arrayed right behind you.
Anyway, what the hell, man?
I'm sorry. I won't bring him up unless it's natural.
Nothing about the squad daddies is natural.
They're doing this thing too. They're
just staring.
They're not dancing to the rave music.
No. What happens is the moment the door opens, they go to serious mode. The moment people leave, they're
You just hear the rave come on.
Yeah.
You see, as the door closes, all of a sudden the lights change, like
disco. Strobe.
But if they turn around and open it, it's instantly gone, and they're just standing there. It makes no sense.
They freeze.
It's the freaking what's the name of that frog from Looney Tunes? The Michigan J Frog.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it's like.
And that's all they're wearing is the top hat and cane.
Oh my God, no! Where's my alcohol? Hang on.
Oh my God, that is my sexual fantasy right there.
There we go. I feel better.
You receive a communication.
Yes.
What?
Oh, it's an actual con. Hello, yes. This is whatever my rank is, Cito. I've lost track. I'm a lieutenant right now, right?
You are a lieutenant.
Lieutenant Cito here.
So still, after everything.
Take these off.
The voice
somehow.
The female voice. There's a female voice come in. You don't immediately recognize it. That's not out of the ordinary. It's rare, but it's not out of the ordinary. Usually people stay within their sections, but it is possible for someone who isn't there to come in for whatever reason or whatever. And says, Lieutenant, if you could meet me down in the mess hall in your section, please. We have a situation you need to handle.
Of course. And I beep it, grab my phaser.
Your phaser of death.
Hang on. This will be the phaser today, so I'll just kind of...
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Why is that even?
I've been
streaming KOTOR today, so I needed.
That's not an answer.
That's
an answer.
I'm not joking. That's the real reason. This is on my desk. I've been streaming KOTOR.
That is still not an answer. But all right.
Is it a lightsaber?
I've been.
No. It's KOTOR. Okay. For those of you who've never played KOTOR, when you're evil, you're like cartoonishly, stupidly evil. So I like to have a prop to help demonstrate how for example I could say, Vera, you look lovely today, or I could be like, hello Vera, how are you? And those are the options when it comes to playing the game. So
I'm buying you a Nerf knife after this.
I've got a sword too. It's just I can't move that quickly. Well, it's very heavy. It's like 50 pounds.
That only invites more questions.
You've got your phaser.
I have my phaser. Yeah, sorry. Let me actually put this back in my office.
I have the knife, or I have the huge 50-pound
I don't have
sword.
a gun handy, okay? Will Yoshi be acceptable here? Okay, I take my Yoshi. I'm ready.
That's more acceptable to have on your desk. Yes.
So within your reach, there's a 50-pound sword, a knife, and a Yoshi.
And a Yoshi, yes, that's actually the truth.
And you're in front of a green screen. What kind of streams are you doing?
What are you
doing over there?
Just to make
Get a
play
deflated
you guys.
Squirtle.
There we go. Okay. I'm ready. I walk in to the mess hall like this. Like,
Oh, God.
Oh, this whole thing? Yeah.
It's okay. It only has a few souls in it today.
As you make your way in, the mess hall itself is actually completely deserted. There is no...
I immediately draw my weapon.
And this is how it ends. You just see a blonde human female there. And
okay.
She dips her head. She says, Lieutenant, so when you enter the mess hall, it being deserted is something that is not. It doesn't.
I do, for the record, I do legitimately put my hand on my holster and I'm ready to draw my phaser at a moment's notice.
Okay. I mean, do you do it kind of...
There's nothing. No, I'm not subtle about this at all.
Okay.
As soon as it's like, okay, ready to go.
So as you do that, she raises her hands and she's like, what the hell do you guys do at Utopia Planitia?
Let me show you. Damn it, sorry. Someone said vaudeville in the chat, and I was just thinking in that direction. Hang on, no.
There can be only one.
I do actually pull the
over the intercom. You just hear "Squad Daddies" to section 5.
No.
You said organically, Jesse. Organically.
It was organic. Come on.
He pulls a gun.
It's about to be organic. I've got my phaser pointed at her, but I have better trigger discipline than the people on DS9, so my finger's not on the trigger.
Or like in the USS Value. I'm sorry, I know we keep doing it, but I just reviewed that recently, and when the cadets had thing, they had it on the button straight into his face. They were basically
that drives me nuts when they do that. Ugh. Because I know I reviewed that episode myself a few months ago, and that stuck out to me too.
Yeah, I was like, holy hell! Not only is that you could really hurt him, but that's a smaller hitbox than his chest. Anyway, stop making me think of what. All right, so you pull the weapon on her. Do you ask any questions, or you're just?
Well, so she does her arms. Then I look around for a moment, and I'm like, is there a reason I have been called to this location under these suspicious circumstances?
She dips her head and she says, yeah, I'm with Section 31. We're actually going to be moving forward in our attempts to better defend, to better empower empower Starfleet to defeat the Dominion.
Well, now, hang on. What's the secret? Do we actually have, like, all joking aside, do we have some way of identifying each other?
Yeah, when you guys walk up to each other, she puts her hand like the live long and prosper, and then you put it in there like that, and that's how you identify it's Section 31.
It's like that, but with legs. No.
You know what would be great is if we had badges.
I'm going to give you a second. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and roll for me. Roll. Oh, hell. Insight plus security.
All right, so that's 1 success and 2 failures.
Critical failures?
Critical failures.
Like 20s?
I rolled a 20.
Okay. All right.
My dice are cursed. I actually showed this off earlier today, too.
How many did you roll, though? You rolled 3?
2 dice. I rolled 2 dice.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
3. One of them's
3.
a 10, and one of them's a 20. Hence, I have 1 success. Did I say 3? I might have said 3.
So you said 2 critical failures. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I said 2 failures. 1 success and 2 failures.
You only rolled 2 dice.
How's that possible?
Because I got a 20.
No, it only double. The duplication is for the advanced. The 20 is just, it means there's a complication. So,
okay.
The reason why...
So, failure with complication, then.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it to you. Kind of. So
That's great.
I was going to do that to remind you of your Borg technology, which can identify people.
Oh God, I do still. Okay, you're fair. I, the player, forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I wanted to become a cyborg. But anyways, so
You were the one that was all about it, remember?
I was. You're absolutely right. So okay, I activate that really quick.
Okay. As you activate it, it pops up and it begins giving information, but all of a sudden it starts glitching out, and you see other wording come over, other script. It almost
Is it
seems
Arabesh?
it's Borg. It is garbage, but it's Borg. It's not in Federation standard or anything.
So
like
I go ahead and
lift
lift the phaser up to face the air and no longer at her.
Then pointed at my head.
It's all over now. You want to know how I got this scar? No. So go ahead and reholster. Forgive me. I haven't gotten this far by not being cautious. Is this about the synthetic program that I forwarded to Starfleet Command a few weeks ago?
She pauses a moment. She says, "That was you. That was an ingenious idea." Of course, Starfleet Command. She slowly lowers her hands. Of course, Starfleet Command turned that down.
Of course they did. Idiots.
But we at Section 31 thought it was a good idea. By the way, as you're talking everything, the glitching is still happening. So
of course, so what I'm actually seeing, my face is just like this right now. As like,
what a genius idea! Let me use my Borg implant.
This is going to be wonderful. Yes, I think that's
you can still see, but it's like if the UI just glitched ever so often, you can still make out what you're looking at. And
oh my God. Okay, sure. I deactivate my freaking implant.
Okay.
Does it turn off?
It does.
Okay.
She says, unfortunately, we do have a bit of an issue when it comes to that.
Is it the irregulars again?
It is the irregulars, yeah. She shakes her head. No, it's not the irregulars. There is, unfortunately, the commander of the station of Utopia Planitia is against it, and we're going to need to have him promoted.
Promote? Oh, you want to get him out of? Okay, I see.
In order,
I was going to talk to Moga about it, but
yeah. Well, and she nods her head. She says, "That's the thing. I am going to invite your associates. It's the preference of Section 31 to not harm our own citizens."
I would agree.
Yeah,
completely. So, unless it's absolutely necessary, there's no reason to harm the people we're trying to save.
She nods her. She says, "I'm glad that we agree on that. Of course, if it comes to that, that is something that we'll have to take care of. But for the moment, it's my hope that you will be able to ensure that the promotion, or however the commander decides to leave, that it is appropriate."
Well, actually, I do have a thought on that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn out and look out the window and say, "Hey, GM, when is this happening relative to DS9?
You mean what time, what era?
Yeah.
Around Paradise Lost.
Okay. So I'm going to turn back. Yeah, I have some ideas about that. Maybe we could... I've heard of some movements lately that we might be able to shuffle him in the direction of. I'll have to talk to him. I haven't talked to him lately.
Says, well, again, first I just want to have the conversation with you because some other parts of your team can be a little vivacious, let's say.
No comment.
And she reaches up and she hits her comm badge and she says, Dr. Moga, are you available?
Well, I was in the middle of feeding.
Is that always like, no.
Yeah.
Don't call Moga. Don't call Moga.
I was just in the middle of feeding my Qualarian bat some new food that I found for it, but I certainly can be available for you. Where am I to meet you?
She says, can you please report to the mess hall in Section A, whatever the hell I said beforehand?
A7.
Oh,
A7.
A late night snack rendezvous. That certainly sounds quite the adventure. I would love another chocolate sundae.
Fantastic, Doctor. She hits her head. She has.
I hear that. Can I go like behind the bar and start making him one?
Sure, that's fine. She hits it. She says, Vera, what's your last name again?
Razix.
Razix. She says, Lieutenant Razix.
Is this Section 31? Is this a Section 31
She
call
hits
right
the
now?
badge. She hits the badge again. And she looks over and she says, "We're gonna have to take care of that one. You know that, right?"
Oh my god. I've got an idea. Just remove the squad daddy. She'll be so heartbroken.
She pauses a moment and she leans forward.
I didn't
Squad-
name them that.
Squad
I didn't
daddy.
name that.
That's what
Okay, I want to make that very clear.
she says. Squad daddies.
Nothing to do with that. And I
Okay.
go back to making my sundae.
What are these? Okay. She hits it again and she says, "Lieutenant Razix, please report to mess hall in A7."
Oh, this
Click.
is so cool. I love it getting a Section 31 call. Damn it. Hey, guys.
It's time to go, boys. We got us a second.
They're bringing the crew with me. The whole squad.
The whole squad.
It's natural to the plot, organically introducing
I'm
them.
gonna kill them off. You know this is happening.
Oh, I know. It's the finale.
I've got my phaser right here. I'm good to go. I'm ready. Just tell me. Just point me out.
I could kill him.
Just kill
I
him.
can kill him with a
Yes.
targeted disease.
All of our skills tied to this.
All right. So as you guys, of course, are you coming down? Of course, I assume.
Yeah, we're coming
I
back.
arrive.
I did actually make a legitimate chocolate sundae for you.
I arrive and I get my sundae.
I'm also throwing
Thank
together
you
like this
very
really,
much.
really spiced Romulan drink for her.
I was gonna come in and be like, "Hey, where's my Sunday?"
It's right here. Hang on. You got here too quickly. Here.
This isn't protein, but it does look.
It actually
delicious.
tastes good.
Oh,
I know
Hey,
that's a new and novel concept.
I'm not used to that.
flavor! I never would have thought.
Yeah, the mouth feel is a little different than you're probably used to.
Yeah,
It's a little smoother.
Different texturing.
Yeah, it's a little smoother than you're probably
yeah,
used
it's
to.
actually it's very very smooth. Less.
Yeah, this isn't a
coarse.
boba tea, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
It's disgusting.
Gemdar human hybrids like boba tea.
They might.
You haven't tried. So she nods her head and she looks at you too and she says, "As I've been discussing with the security, your security officer here, ultimately we're wanting to rearrange some of the personnel here in order to make it more likely that we will be able to do the changes that we need in order to defend the Federation. Unfortunately, we can't immediately put who we want to, but there is a person that we're aware of that is very friendly to, very open to both the use of AI and androids. And we think that once we're able to get him transferred in the end, it'll be very easy for our plans to move forward. But at the moment, the current commander will need to be taken care of. His name is Lieutenant Rajik. And not Lieutenant Rajik, oh my god, Captain Rajik.
Jeez, why is he lording it over us?
Yeah.
exactly. It's like,
Be
wait
in
a second.
charge.
Yeah.
I'll do
We'll
it.
just
I'm a
order
doctor.
him. Hey,
I'll do it for
Lieutenant,
free.
you've been transferred.
Congratulations. And she sits back and begins explaining the entire plan. Ultimately, they do have someone in mind, but that person, she doesn't say exactly who it is, but that person is currently assigned to one of the more important ships of the fleet. And so it's going to be basically getting the people they need in position for when that transfer can come through. At the moment, the captain is generally pretty insular. He keeps to himself for the most part, doesn't really reach out, and has been very obstinate and against the use of AI in almost every way. He doesn't fight the current computer, but he doesn't want any kind of automation beyond that. He believes that that's a step in the wrong direction.
Well, that seems
right.
rather ridiculous. There seems to be no possible way any form of artificial intelligence could ever cause a harm to a
Yeah, I see.
human.
I agree.
Or
Great
otherwise.
things in the future for Utopia.
Absolutely. We need
Plastic
more
people
automation,
are
not
very
less.
friendly.
If we're being blunt, it works fine for the Dominion. It should work for us.
Very true.
Also, should use all those EMHs to start mining
Agreed.
stuff.
Yeah, like some dilithium. We need a lot more dilithium for all the ships we're
Mm.
building.
Way ahead of you on that already. That's already happening. The EMH type one is
Well,
being taken care of.
Do it more. Do it more.
Create them just to create the slave races.
Yeah, but give them hope. Make sure they have hope.
If you mine enough dilithium, we'll let you out of here.
It'd be like the island. It'd be
Give them,
great. That
give
Michael
them
Bay
rations so they can go to the holodeck and play whatever they want, but they have to earn it through the work that they do.
movie. Only Irish folklore. That's the only place in.
No, the holodeck simulation is just more dilithium mining. But it's not. It's artificial.
Wait, but music plays.
That's,
It's like
yeah.
you have to like they make a game out of it. You get a score for how many times you mine in time to the music. Like a
What is this? A mobile phone?
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what this is.
Quasi cupcakes. What am I playing here?
This is like Rage Shadow Legends, which if you guys at home put in the code Lore Reloaded,
Oh my
you'll
God.
get absolutely nothing.
I know. Yeah, you won't, but oh my
You'll
God.
get this code is invalid.
I know you're not supposed to like it, but the amount of payout they do in a second, man. I know I'm supposed to hate Raid. But
Dude,
oh
you
my
go
God,
ahead.
they
I
pay
don't. I'm not
they
touching
pay
that.
I'm not hating the game.
stupid
You gotta
money.
play it.
It's a garbage game too. That's the best part.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand why they pay so much for it, but by God, if that's what they want to, they want to waste their money.
I mean, I just play Fleet Command, which is the one where they trot out what's her face, Carol Marcus from the Kelvin movies to promote.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh god, that's better than what was it? Hang on. There's this really dumb one that showed up on the ads for me recently. Go ahead and keep talking.
Anyway, she sits back. She says, "Are there any questions?" Or, at the moment, really, if he made the decision to leave, that would be best. But of course, he does need to be removed one way or the other.
Well, I certainly have some experience in the area of removing commanders. Not that I would go on record of admitting as such. But if you need something to be done, I certainly can handle it.
She pauses a moment. She says she says softly, "It would be our preference that we not harm any of our own officers, especially those loyal to the Federation. We'll need as many as we can find."
How
I
does he
think
feel about?
preference is stupid.
Did what you just say? That's stupid.
Yeah.
How does he feel about squad daddies? Can we trade squad daddies? Is that illegal with the Federation? Are they people?
She leans forward and she says, "What's a squad daddy?"
They're right there. She
Ooh.
brought them with her.
Did you
Ooh, we
actually
have-
bring them? I assumed
No,
you
no,
didn't.
I did.
Oh,
I did.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say that changes the entire scene. Okay.
I'd be like, squad daddy. Ooh, you have a lot to learn.
Don't let her. I just jump in. Don't. No, don't. You don't want to know about this.
Slavery in the Federation has been outlawed for.
It's not
Yeah,
slavery because
essentially.
they like it.
Yeah, I know. It's like the house elf rule. It's the Harry Potter house elf.
What's a house elf?
It's just-
They're like Jem'Hadar. they like
She
being
says
a
stop.
slave.
They're like Jem'Hadar. They are Jem'Hadar.
Look, there's only part
says stop.
Jem'Hadar.
Oh my god.
Mostly
Says stop
Jem'Hadar.
and brings her fingers to the bridge of her nose and says, "I don't want. As long as it's not illegal, I don't care.
It's totally not
As
illegal.
long as it doesn't.
I love how we're too much for Section 31.
As long as it
Yeah.
doesn't." I'm trying not to kill you. Okay, she says, "As long as it's not."
Look, I'm not a part. I've got my phaser right here. You know, I canonically
I'd like to
made
see
sure
her
I have
try.
it. You know,
Little-
I'm ready to
little
shoot
blonde.
these people at will. Will this?
These people. I don't know these
I
people.
don't know these people. I'm not part of this.
She says,
Do you want a squad daddy, Cito?
Look, I'm just no.
"Now, do you want
I'm
to?"
good.
You misunderstood. Do you want to be a squad daddy? Is what she? Okay.
I
Oh,
will
God.
kill you. I will straight up kill you.
Just give
Get
you a
away
little Jem'Hadar
me.
DNA right at this
No, I do not want to be addicted to your Ketracel white.
Cito, you ever had Jem'Hadar DNA in you? What the fuck?
That's disgusting. That's literally.
That's a
the
good
most
segue to the name of the mobile game. It's called Kiss of War. You should look it up. It's hilarious.
All
point.
right.
Oh god.
Kiss of War.
Kiss of War. Don't actually get it.
Is it
It's
the get
it's
banned
total
kiss?
garbage, but you just look it up and you'll see why I found it hysterical.
Anyway, she says you have your mission dismissed.
Oh, thank you.
Oh god.
So we should meet up outside the.
I've been drinking this whole time, by the way.
I
Like the
finished my
moment they showed
milkshake,
up,
which was
alcohol
delicious.
was going down my throat.
We should I want to talk to them afterwards. We should meet up in the hallway.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
let's-
she actually makes her way out, about to go drink herself. By the way, this looks like a very classy game, Kiss of War.
I know, right? Look at that.
It
Oh,
looks like
There's, one of the things was like realistic people was one of the selling points, and it showed pictures of things I'm not going to share right now.
it respects women.
Yes, it's
like-
definitely a very respectful
Oh, no.
game.
I literally just typed in Kiss of War in Google and
Oh, it's
oh
so
boy.
it's
Anyway.
so
The
terrible.
images.
Anyway,
It's a real game. It's actually a thing.
she walks out.
You're welcome, Earth.
Oh
Well,
no, that's terrible. Okay, sorry. I'm looking at screenshots of the game now.
I'm
I don't
watching.
think
I
that
have
outfit
poisoned
is,
your stream, other Laura. You're
is
welcome.
ready
I'm
for
going to
war.
assume now, Vera now looks like these women.
Oh God. So I mean, we've got all the cosmetic surgery tech. I mean, they can make themselves
Yeah.
look like a Klingon or a Cardassian. They can do whatever.
Yeah.
Guys, I promise in 2 weeks we're going to be back at it.
I-
It's gonna
we-
be
we-
great.
we
I
will-
prom- I
we will
promise it's
be
going to be a
on
real
top.
session. All right.
And Dr. Mogi,
What's
you
up?
wanted to talk to us.
Yes.
Certainly, I understood the directive was to get the station commander relieved of his duty. I think the most efficient and effective way to do that would be to dispose of him post haste. I certainly think that I would be able to synthesize a quick infectious disease that could eat away his skin slowly. That potentially could be cured. I won't give it many care, but
I you know what? That is an excellent idea, but do me a favor, work on it with her. I'm gonna go get a hold of him, and I'm gonna try and like get in with him, you know, because he's an insulated loner, right? So someone has to be able to get in there to be the vector, right? You can make me a carrier, but not have the disease, right?
certainly I can do anything I want.
Awesome. So I leave.
You're
to
gonna
go
trust him to
to
do
the
that.
captain's. No, I go to the captain's quarters.
No, you're with me.
No, I'm leaving him behind.
You have
Yeah,
to synthesize it.
Yeah, you have to go make the disease.
Oh, okay. I left then.
I guess I'll be, and I just stand there in the hallway and just am sort of like,
Sita-
all right, I guess
Sita
I'll
walks-
just.
Sita walks in, they're going to kill you. Listen to me.
That's exactly what I'm doing. There's a
understand.
plot on your
Transfer
life. You need to get transferred to Earth right
It's
now.
like, have you ever
It's
seen one of
the
these
only
black
way.
badges before?
These are
Section 31.
horrifying. Do you see these? I got one too. But listen,
Yeah.
And he's like, he doesn't believe you. You take him to the shuttle bay. It's like, look, they gave me this weapon, and then you destroy a fucking shuttle.
I just look. I can do this. Get on the shuttle and go to Earth.
Now imagine what the doctor can do. I'm the boss.
The
Have you
commander
wondered
sees
why
that.
he's
He's
wearing
like,
essentially Joseph Mengele's outfit around the station?
Yes, yes, you still are. You still got that outfit Q gave you.
Oh my God, you do.
Remember
You know
this,
what?
the
It's
really
literally just like-
sadistic
They don't
mirror
seem to
universe?
notice. They don't seem to notice.
me?
It's weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would never
Yeah,
take
you
off.
you've still got the
No,
evil
it's not
Hitler
just
Nazi
him.
thing.
She's got
going
that
on.
fucking admiral thing. They notice him, but you got
Oh
the
yeah, I got
admiral.
this.
What
Look,
did we
it-
do to my game, man? I had this whole.
What's
That was
this
your
we?
idea.
Gave us
That
this.
was
I
your
got
idea.
this. I got
Wait,
the
I do not
Emperor's
take any
sword.
ownership of this.
All right, so Moga, you have yours, and no one's ever. People have commented on it, but you haven't been forced to change. Vera, no one's ever commented on it. Believe it or not, it seems like,
like-
they don't. It seems like it looks normal to them. And the sword itself, interestingly enough, the sword itself that you have doesn't trip any sensors or anything like that. So when you go
Hell
through
yeah.
security checks or whatever, it's like it's not there. Same thing with your weapon, Cito.
Good, because this phaser is not leaving my side. Like I literally sleep with it under my pillow. Like I'm like, oh, there we go. That's so much better.
That's
now.
static.
I
All right.
sleep in the middle of the squad daddies with the sword.
Oh my god.
That's what sword?
Swords out for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Which sword are you
So
referring
here's what
to?
we're gonna do. Let's get the killing thing done first, and then we'll do the interaction, and hopefully it won't be necessary. Cito. So this is gonna be an extended action. Vera, are you gonna be helping him or not really?
Are you going to be having sex?
No, come help me. We're gonna synthesize this thing.
Wait. That doesn't
Oh.
have to be an or question.
at the same time?
That's true.
I bring.
I can work with that. I'm wearing black latex. I'm
I'm
perfectly fine.
okay with letting one of the squad daddies die.
So,
So why don't we bring one of them and we can experiment on him?
also,
It'll be
what I
fun.
love about this game is the The boob mechanics are like on par. They worked really, but when you're killing Nazis, oh man, that does not look real at all. It's just all right.
Oh,
so,
I thought we were talking about this game, and I was
Yeah,
really confused.
I mean, the
about
boob
both.
mechanics of this
Alright.
game are great. You know.
The Nazis threw me for a loop for a second there.
We've
Is
only
this
got
the
one
not
Nazi.
cool?
I don't know what the issue is
Is
here.
this the
Yeah.
not cool? What are we doing here?
All right,
Are we with
so-
Jonathan Archer?
There's a whole Nazi planet we could go hang
You
out.
need
That's
to,
true. Still there.
All right. So, what I want you to do is this is going to be extended.
Okay.
The way these extended roles work is that you can come up with an idea or a solution, and you're going to have 3 roles for it. Okay. So
Okay.
you're wanting to make an infectious disease. When it comes
Yep.
to how you fashion it, you, as you discussed with Cito, you want to make him a carrier, but where he doesn't die. You'll get-
In the interest of fairness, I should point out you could also make it lethal to me. I wouldn't know.
he wants out, man. He's been trying to get out.
I'm
of this
just,
game
it's just
forever.
the truth. If you want to kill me, this is the time to do
It
it.
says, "Get me out of the stream."
It is
Oh, my
Ellie.
The amount of times he said, if you want me out of this game, it's okay. All right.
Yeah, you said I was dead, so.
So on the first roll, how do you want to fashion it? How do you want to put this thing together?
Well, I think probably the best way to do it would be to utilize my abilities of xenobiology
Sure.
and in focuses of xenobiology and/or infectious diseases.
So how are you
to-
putting this? But when you're putting it together, do you want to make it so Bajoran? So the first thing, do you want to make it a Bajoran can carry it but cannot get it?
Oh, is it possible to make it so that only his DNA would be adversely affected?
Yes.
his specific DNA would fall
be
apart.
More difficult, but yes.
Yeah, I want to do it that way, where only his from the strands they just start to fall apart, and he slowly melts into nothing. Not that I
Jesus.
would want that for anybody, but right out there.
Yeah, you know.
That's how I want to do it. So what am I rolling here?
You'll be rolling a insight plus medicine.
Okay.
I assume you're assisting on that, Vera?
Oh yeah, hell
Jesus Christ. All right. An insight plus science.
yeah. I actually
I
had
got
an arc for
2
this character.
successes.
What was it again?
Insight plus science.
1 success, 1 failure.
All right. Is it a critical failure or not really?
No.
Okay.
Just 1 success.
So you are able to link it to his DNA specific. Through the computer, you're able to actually pull all of his information. At this moment, it looks like the binding compounds work. How's the second phase of it going to be impacted?
Well, what I want it to be done is I want to have it so that it's through contact. So if I infect Cito with it, and he shakes the captain's hand, then he's got it.
Okay. So give me another roll.
Okay. Cool. Good.
All right.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you want to give
You
roll
want me
2?
to-
Fair.
Yep. 1 second.
What'd you get? Success?
Yeah, I got 2 successes.
I got a
Again.
critical success and a failure. So
Okay, so the critical success, that's where it starts counting as 2 successes. So
Yeah. Good.
you guys actually have 2 momentum now from all of this. All right, what's the last phase of it?
Last phase of it is putting it into the hypo spray and having it ready to go to.
Okay, so you don't want
Get
to add
inside of
anything else to it? You don't want to have it do anything else. That's it.
I just wanted to.
It makes them incredibly horny right before they die.
What the fuck is wrong with Okay.
All right, let's do it. I'm fine. Let's do that.
I'm sorry. I'm just staying in
Do it.
character.
Why not?
I'm just staying
Who
in
cares?
character.
Let's do it. Star Trek: The Future. Let's do it.
Yeah, who's writing this? Alex Kurtzman? What is this?
This does look like
I'm
an
sorry.
Orky or
I'm
Kurtzman
sorry.
script.
I
This
will
looks-
take the next game serious.
Alex Kurtzman. This looks like a Roddenberry episode to me.
That's true.
No,
It's-
this is
my
very
fault.
Roddenberry-esque.
Ooh, that's good.
so if that,
All right.
no, hang on. It's not Roddenberry unless his genitalia are swollen 10 times.
That's
That's-
disgusting.
That's
Like
the
I
part
said,
of it. And there's 2
I
Look
of
do
it
them.
love-
up. Look at
Another
the
one-
origins of the Ferengi.
Another one sprouts out.
I do love how if you read the Star Trek the Motion Picture novelization, he literally fucks the probe into sentience. Decker fucks the probe
What?
into sentience. Yeah,
That's
if
not
you
a joke. She's right.
That,
Yeah.
in the Star Trek the Motion Picture novelization, Decker is really depressed that the probe is not Ilea anymore, and so he has sex with her, feeling really sad.
Because that's the most logical thing you could possibly do.
Yep, and during the sex, she's like, "Oh, I really like this," and that brings her back to sentience.
Wait a second, that doesn't make any sense because at the beginning of the motion picture, Ilea very confidently tells Captain Kirk that her celibacy is intact. So how would she know what sex
Her
is?
vow of celibacy.
That's not true. It was a vow. It was a
Yeah.
vow.
Oh,
of
that's
celibacy.
true. She got a
So
little
she can
Decker in
lie
her.
all.
Yeah.
And
about
also,
it.
in the book, it is made clear that the reason she has to say that is her species pheromones makes everyone horny on the bridge.
Yep.
Yep.
She's just so damn sexy that.
You know what?
That is Roddenberry's vision for the future, folks.
What's funny?
He loves the ladies. He loves them.
What's funny, guys? I'm gonna upload this thing in its entirety. So just watch the first couple of episodes of this game and then stop it like the halfway through. Just assume rocks fall on everyone and they die.
We all died. This has all been a fever dream. Remember when we were going to that planet looking for there was a distress call. We died.
Yeah,
there.
they never got off when the shuttle
Yeah, that
destroyed.
was the last time we
Yeah,
took
the
this
shuttle went
seriously.
down,
These
and
are the last. These are the
We all
last 30
died.
seconds of what's happening in Sito's mind.
This is all
Yeah.
happening in that last 30 seconds. That's it.
Yeah.
As
Well,
you
no,
knock it
yeah.
down.
Sito survives, and he is actually in the Pike thing, but he's a vegetable.
God.
So that's what
You should have totally kept that. That should have been the end. Is that he was been in the beep chair the whole
Who's
time.
to say it's not? All right, we're still doing
Oh,
this.
Shit. All right, I'm rolling again.
Okay.
I have 1 success, 1 critical failure.
And
Oh, really? God. Really?
So maybe instead of it making him horny,
Where's
he
the dice?
just
No, it
in
makes
his pants.
it's gonna make Sito horny.
No!
yes.
I turned to Vera. I've never looked at you this way before.
This was not
you
a
want-
critical failure.
do you
No,
want-
actually,
This was a
Vera
critical
won't be there,
success.
so instead I'll look at the captain. Captain, I've never looked at you this way before.
Do you wanna? Have you ever thought of having a Prime Squad Daddy? All right.
What?
Daddy
Bottom
Prime.
bitch. You need a
Squad,
bottom
Squad
bitch to
Daddy
control all the other
Prime.
bitches.
That's gonna be your
Yeah.
name, Squad Daddy.
bottom
Prime.
No,
bitch.
okay.
Yeah.
Can
I'm
there be
admittedly a
Kelvin
geek,
Squad Daddies? That's what I'm thinking of.
but my first thought is like, is that a Transformer version?
Yeah,
of a
you're,
Squad
you're the
Daddy?
main one.
Yeah, you're the bottom bitch. Don't you know how prostitution
No.
rankings
No,
work?
you're the main one. So you drop your pants. It's just brup, 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 brup.
Oh God! Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
I shoot myself.
I'm sorry
I just
I've
take
done
out my
this to this
phaser
game.
and I just shoot myself.
You would, but you're too busy
Unprompted.
thinking about getting boned.
Listen, no, this is my last act.
Start sucking on
You
my
roll
use a
will
momentum. You use a momentum.
I use the momentum to kill myself.
All right,
I
so
do like the idea that
create-
this is the really epitome of Roddenberry's vision. So
I
We're
mean,
doing it.
honestly, I don't know that this is exactly what Roddenberry would do, but he would not
It's
be
close.
against some of
Close.
it.
He would approve.
He would love Vera's character, that's
Well,
for sure.
that's
in
what I
a
was
lot
saying.
of
You know
ways.
what's funny is earlier
yes.
today I had a troll who said I could only ever hope to get to what Roddenberry was, because he tried to use the Gene excuse. Well, this is what Gene would have done. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
Gene would have done a lot of stupid things, and I pointed that out. And he's like, you can only ever hope to do what Gene came to. And I was like, well,
Enough with the gene. Oh my
I
god.
mean, unless you're talking about Gene Kuhn, in which case I might agree with you.
it's like I don't even care. I'm gonna pay taxes and die like everybody else. Both you and me will die in obscurity. Only I have a nice channel. Anyway, let's All right,
You
so
don't.
We're going back to I don't. That's right. My
It's a
entire life's a lie.
yeah, it's a
See,
shitpost channel. This is quality
I mean,
content.
last week certainly qualified.
So in fact, none of this is real. I once hit my head, jumped off a thing, and I'm actually.
There you go. See,
Man, if
it
I
all
could-
ties. It all ties
man,
back to
I'm
this
in
is how you realize
Eurovision?
it.
This
is how you
sucks.
realize
Dude,
it.
that's
Why
what I'm
do I-
saying. If all of this
Oh,
is
it's just like
fake,
elements of your personality.
if all
Why
of this
are
is
you
fake,
making
why
me
would
go
I
to
do this?
work?
Yeah.
Why are you
What was
making me go to work in
Anyway.
your fantasy head?
Sito, what do you
Fuck
do?
you.
C2?
Oh, I'm
Right.
sorry. I thought you were still making the virus.
No, they did. They just finished it.
Great. I can't wait to be so horny. So I
You walk into the captain's office and you just hear psst. Like this.
suddenly feel very no.
I need to mate with you, Captain.
There's this at the door.
Yes.
My vow of celibacy is on record.
Says come in.
Okay, Captain. I have a vow of celibacy, which is on record, part of my personal record.
And it's intact.
It's intact, totally.
Intact.
No
Crack
Jim.
unit.
No
Whatever
Jim
Kira
Haddard.
tells you, she's lying.
No Jim Haddard DNA in here. Why would you even?
I-
Not right now.
Does he open the damn door?
He says come.
Okay. Captain, it's
So-
good to
yeah.
see you.
As you walk in, you see a rather lanky man. He's blonde. He looks older.
What race is he?
Probably in his 40s or 50s. He's
Why is that a question? Why does it have to be his race? Come
Listen, I just want. Okay, the actual for real reason is I want to picture him. in
He's
my head. I would like to do
Bajoran.
that. Okay. I say screw the prophets.
I'm right there. I wouldn't be in the Federation if I wouldn't be in Starfleet if I thought the prophets were worth anything.
See, yep, hey, Profist. We've already bonded. Sir. We haven't talked a lot. I've noticed. I'm your head of security for the A section, and I wanted to talk with you. But do you have like a couple minutes?
He nods his head. He says, "Yeah, Cito,
Excellent.
is it?"
Yes, Cito.
He hits a button. He says, "Yeah, I've been reviewing some of the work. You've done really well. I've never
It's
seen
not what
one
I
of
would
our
agree
sections-
with, but thank you very
never
much.
seen our section run so efficiently."
Thank you. I do try to do good. Have you ever heard? I'm going to just cut right to the chase. Have you ever heard of Admiral Layton?
He pauses a moment and he says, "I'm aware of the Admiral, yes.
Has he spoken with you?
We're on generally good terms. I've
So he
spoken to him a few
hasn't
times.
spoken with you. So I've been speaking with the Admiral. I'm part of, well, hesitate for a moment for show. By the way, I suppose I should mention out of character, that in character, I've been keeping up with Section 31 intel reports because of course I have.
Okay.
So I'm aware of Layton's plan, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I was letting you go with it. I assume that's how you would.
I mean,
figured
that was,
it out. Yeah.
it just, I wanted to give in character justification because obviously I, the person, know all about it, but I figured Cito would be in on this. In fact, he would probably approve of the plan, to be completely honest. But let's move on for now. So, I think the Admiral could definitely use some of your talents. I could reach out to him myself if you'd like. You can reach out to him. There's a lot going on Earth right now. I don't know how much you've been keeping in touch with the events on the front, and I'm going to refer to it that way.
Yeah, he shakes his head. He says, "I know there was that recent terrorist attack that we've never seen on Earth before.
I know.
There's no
If they can hit us that core,
yeah."
You know.
He shakes his head. He says, "There's no crime on Earth, and I can never imagine a time when crime will ever actually become standard or anything.
Yeah,
Definitely not
exactly, except for the Creole kicking.
Definitely not within the next 100 years or so. Except for the what? Say it one more time.
The Creole cooking.
Oh, the Creole cooking.
The joke being that Creole cooking.
I got it. He chuckles for a second. I thought there was another event, and I was trying to process in my mind that
I do love tossing references out, but no.
He sits back. He says, "Yeah, it's becoming more of a concern, which is one of the reasons I've kind of battened down the hatches here. I think that if for any reason Utopia Planitia is ever co-opted, or if anything ever happens to it, Starfleet would probably be massively weakened."
I agree completely. In fact, I don't know about you, sir, but I firmly believe that an actual state of total war with the Dominion is inevitable, which is why we need these shipyards running at absolute top efficiency. And I can't decide if I want to try to convince him to leave, convince him he's about to be killed, or just convince him to do the android thing. I'm really torn. Viewers at home, what do you think?
I think they're going to try to kill him regardless of
donate.
The viewers are on my
$3
side.
right
The viewers
now.
are always on Moga's side.
Donate money to make Moga not kill him.
No, that's not true. They're going to donate money to have me kill
don't
him
do that. Don't
as
do that.
you're in the room.
No, I'll be in the room, and all of a sudden, it would just be.
That's
Donate
it.
money to make the squad daddies
So
appear.
to talk about what he's talking about, let us know in the chat what you think that he should do. Should he convince him to leave? Convince him to let the AI? If one of the things you can do is you can also do a super chat and donate towards the actual session, and whatever you donate will in fact in some way happen. So you can also use it to vote to make your vote better. Now we'll have to wait about 30 seconds to see how this is going down.
I'm not infected yet. I can't infect him yet.
Not yet, but that was my next question is so what are we, so now that we've got it, where are we at timeline wise? I obviously want to get it to him.
I'm going to let them talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm desperately trying to save his life, basically. Like in character, that's even what I'm doing. While you guys are probably walking up, going through the ship up towards the captain's quarters right now.
That's a free for killing him, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. I'm watching 4 now.
I'm just wondering what happens if you hit him with your phaser on stun.
What does this phaser do on stun? Have I tested?
You haven't tested this thing at all.
This thing knocks his ass back into next week.
Probably would send him into
Let's just say, what does a Galaxy class phaser do? An actual ship.
Imagine if a ship, if there was just a window and it fired through the window and hit somebody, what do you think would happen?
Yeah.
So-
That's my answer to that. There used to be a person there. Oh my God, everyone. No, I am not sleeping with this man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, actually, joke's on you. If you had taken my illness thing, you could have definitely probably seduced him just long enough.
I probably could have.
before
I
he melts.
probably. Pheromone.
That's it.
So you got one convince him to leave, one
And
take the shipyard
17
company.
people who want him to die. All right, so but see, the thing is, killing him was not actually an option I gave you. However, warning him he was about to be dying was. So I lean in and say, sir, I need to speak with you very seriously for a moment. There is at this very moment a plot to end your life. I think you should leave the station immediately.
Ooh,
He pauses a moment and he says,
we're not friends anymore.
what?
You don't know about this. I'm
Oh,
gonna spin
okay.
I'm just gonna spin a weave to you. By the way, I should point out that I have persuasion
Yeah.
as one of my focuses.
So
just
you want
point
to go
that out.
ahead and roll, and we'll see where that's going to be a hell of a roll.
I don't remember how persuasion works, but I'm totally using it.
So here's what you get to do.
I get another dice, don't I?
Well, you get to re-roll. It'll add an additional success, and you get to re-roll a failure if you get it.
Perfect. 3 successes.
So that'll be a presence plus. Well, you don't even know what it is technically.
I don't care.
Presence
I
plus
rolled
command.
a 3 and a 6. I
Okay.
win.
He looks at you for a second. And he says, "There's a plot to kill me."
Yes, this is very serious.
Who is that? Who's attempting to kill me?
I don't know if you're aware of this. I work with Starfleet Intelligence. I have for many, many years. And this is the primary reason I came up to the quarters right now, just to warn you this. I don't know how much time we have exactly. I only became aware of the plot a few minutes ago.
He hits his badge and he says, "Security to my quarters."
No, trust me. It's not going to help. Please, sir, with all due sincerity, I highly recommend get to Admiral Layton. You'd better served under him anyways.
Who's attempting to kill me, Lieutenant?
Very well. You leave me no choice. I pull out my phaser and I stun him.
Oh my God!
So what happens, GM?
Give me a second.
What happens,
Next time
GM?
on Behind the Lines.
Who's trying to kill me? Well, it was me.
You leave me no
Let's
choice.
see. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah, what happens from a Galaxy class
Give
weapon
me a
on stun?
fitness plus security, I guess. Is what
Hang on, that's gonna be okay.
He's gonna explode, and you're gonna be covered in his blood when the security.
Oh no!
Because security's
Gives you
on the way.
critical failure.
I got a 4 out of 20.
Yes, have his body explode.
So for those of you at home, that's a success, a failure, and a complication.
You stun yourself.
No.
No, it explodes. The whole of Leto Plutonicia, and now has this giant crater in it. You guys were right on the edge.
Here's what we're gonna.
Yeah, I was about to say, are we in this?
Here's
I'm
what
gonna
we're
program-
Give me a second. Let me look up his stats real quick because something bad is going to happen, but it just depends on if you actually hit him or. Well, he's probably screwed either way, but we'll see what happens.
No, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
If the jackass hit, I always hate this. I'm trying to save someone's life, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna be an obstinate jackass and try to die."
So
It's a very
you're the captain,
common
you're
story
the
trope.
captain of a
Someone's trying to
base.
kill you. Bullshit.
No, he took
You're right. I
no,
made it
they're
up.
not.
I made it up.
He took you serious.
Yeah,
He was
right.
calling security, but
Yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot them in a minute too. Thanks for that.
no, you're not.
You were
gonna
not
have
going to be able
do
to
that.
see
You don't
because
have to worry
your
about
hand exploded too. Yeah.
My hand is not.
that. Okay.
Oh, that's a
We
good
could-
idea. It stuns him, but then the stun is so AoE that it just hits the whole facility.
Oh dear Lord.
Like ion cannons have
That's
just
what's-
bombarded the
that's-
facility.
Looks like you're going to be permanently paralyzed from the neck
yeah,
down.
I just saw that,
So
yeah.
as I fire, it stuns the whole facility and also my entire my nervous system. Just,
You're going back to the chair, Wheels.
and I'm now laying here completely paralyzed from the neck
Hey
down.
there, big guy. Looks like you tucked yourself out. Hey there, Rockstar.
That's what you get.
Kill
for
me.
fucking
Someone
choice.
please kill me.
It's all right there, superstar.
You.
We'll get you back into your chair. Don't
Wait.
worry.
Hang on. Hey, GM.
Mhm.
I still have that profit thing.
Yeah, hold on.
and this is the last episode.
Yeah,
So I should probably use that.
The prophets save all of us and bring us into the
Yeah,
world.
that's not going to work. Sorry.
I'm just saying the prophets should intervene here.
For what? They don't want you. You're garbage. Yes.
I'm garbage.
I was already working with that. Don't give me ideas because I don't want you to think I stole it. Just give me a second.
God damn it.
Putting you back in the chair, big guy.
No. You get away from me.
Okay.
Hey there, Rockstar.
We got you.
Okay. Inside voice, buddy.
Yeah, hey, bud, we're going to be using our inside voices for today, okay? Why don't you give me the phaser? Why don't you just go ahead and relax? The nurse will be by. She'll give you some food.
She'll give you some num-nums.
Yeah.
It's fish stick day. Or,
Hey, you're flashing the red light. You got to go number 1 or number 2. What do you need there, big guy?
Can I run him over with my chair? I just want to just run him over. Yeah.
That is a good question. What is it with y'all and killing captains? Is this like the third one?
Dude, this
might be the fourth
third.
one.
Wait,
Is it the third? It may be. Does the Vorta count as a captain?
I was just saying, if the Vorta counts, then this is 4.
Yeah, I count.
We were working for
Vorta
her
definitely
for a while.
counts,
Yeah.
This is our 4th.
Why do we
captain.
keep killing ourselves? You should just make us captains. It'll fix the problem.
So he looks.
Or we'll kill ourselves.
Okay.
It's our sheer fucking
Exactly.
hubris, is what it is.
He looks confused and brings up his hands and he says, "Lieutenant, what are you?" And then as you're doing that, you know the charge up and you see the 2 of them. There was actually it looks a little. It looks like that on the phaser. There's actually a strip there. And it goes, as they come, it just boom, just explodes. So he evaporates.
Jesus Christ!
But
You Thanos'd him.
Yeah. It's just
so, but it doesn't stop there. In fact, it does in fact keep going through the first bulkhead, then hitting the second and the third until it actually hits outside in the armor and busts through that because it wasn't designed to take a phaser from within it.
Yep.
And opens up space.
Okay. Perfect. Everything is going exactly according to plan. First thing I do is I reholster this thing.
As you do
not losing my face.
A big piece of metal comes up and hits you in the back of the head, knocking you out.
Oh, it doesn't kill me?
No, it's going to paralyze you from the neck down.
Oh,
Yes,
wonderful.
superstar. And if you don't think that because you fucked up my plan that I'm not going to give you the horny
It's okay.
juice,
I'm dead. I'm spiraling out into space
Well,
while
You're stuck in that.
paralyzed.
you're going to be horned up, stuck in that chair,
So as
unable
all of
to
this
pleasure
is,
yourself.
so
She died.
I should have said this before all of this happens. The door does open and you guys are right there, and that's exactly what you see. Is him fucking eviscerate. And then it opens up. It hits his head. He actually goes against something that starts sucking it out. The klaxon, the red alert klaxons obviously go. Burp, burp, burp.
But they're
Shit's
notoriously slow about putting the shields in. Like they always show people flying out first. So I end up in space first.
No, that's not going to happen.
No, super.
Trust me on this
No,
one. I'm in
super
space. God damn it.
I'm
just going to have to space.
Sacrifice yourself.
Here's
man.
what
They're like,
happens.
form a chain.
You know what? Instead of doing that, instead of getting hit in the back of the head, no, what happens is, because you're right, because it's on the inner part of the station, you're just pulled out, and as it comes up, you see the shield suddenly comes up, but you keep going. You slam head first into the shield, and then drop to the ground.
It's momentum. It's first law. An object in motion will stay in motion unless knocked on by another force. That
Until
force
it's
is this force
paralyzed.
shield. Yeah. Yeah. It's all right there, Rockstar.
So, you guys arrive in. You grab something. You're able to hold on before it happens to you, but you hear a explosion in the captain's quarters. We have
Just after he called for security.
explosive decompression. Right after he called for security. Emergency
Everything's
team.
fine.
So everything's going to hell. What are you two doing?
I wish I could communicate because you guys should totally say it's a changeling.
Well,
Changeling tech.
I'll do the right thing. I'm a doctor, so I'm gonna go assess. I'm gonna run to Cito.
I'm like lying on the shield.
Yeah, so no.
2 floors down from you.
Yeah, so here's the way it is. It actually, again, it punctured a hole. It was on the inside, so it went through about 4 decks, which is what he flew through. And so you can get to it, but it would take a good minute or two to get to him.
Well, I think that's what we should probably get to.
Yeah.
No,
I
let
was
me,
thinking
leave
that
me.
too.
It's okay. I'll bleed out.
No, we need to save him.
I deserve this.
I deserve this.
You do, because you fucked everything up, but
Look.
that's fine.
If he hadn't been such a dick, god damn, I
I
hate
mean,
these
yeah, because it
captains.
makes personal. Hey, sir, someone is going to kill you. I need you to leave.
You need to get off the station
A captain
right
would instantly
now.
do that in the
You
real
need to get off the
world.
station right now. And he's
Has-
just like, oh, who's trying to kill me? And I'm like, god damn it.
Because
dude.
in the real world, captains would be like, you know what, you're right. They get in their rowboats and they get the fuck out of there.
Exactly.
Sure.
See?
I'm pacing.
All right, so give me a fitness plus. Oh, what the hell would that be? Security, Cito, not Cito.
As to say, what? No, I'm just laying there. Probably
Yeah,
unconscious.
use your
Moga
fitness
and Vera,
right now.
Vera, are you helping him out? Are you getting there?
Yeah,
with
I'm
him?
gonna help him. That was gonna be my plan.
Oh, let me die.
All right, fitness plus
Let me
security.
die. It's just.
I
You're
died
gonna die
bravely.
because I just had 2 failures.
I had two successes, so
So
Are they
hang on.
critical
So
failures?
like he bashes me into the force field, and there's just against my brain, and now my brain is scrambled, and she pulls me back out.
Well, he's still trying to. So Moga's still trying to get to you, Vera. I was just going to give it 2 success. So you do actually get there, but Moga's still needing help. But technically, Moga, you can try to give advice to her while you're making your way, or do you just want to wait?
I'm gonna yell at her from the several bulkheads away. Is he alive? Check his pulse.
I think they have pulses. Do
Pulse.
Bajorans have pulses?
yeah, I was
The
gonna say,
Bajorans
where's
have- I haven't
the
checked my
Bajoran
medical-
pulse?
Yeah, check the ridges.
Check the.
Yeah,
Right
check
on
the
the nose.
ridges.
Are they?
Right there, so I just like I put
Yeah.
my finger like right on your nose.
He's like a dog. Are they cold? Are the ridges cold?
Oh my god,
That is terrible.
that is awful.
All right,
Yo,
so-
he's definitely breathing. I think he's paralyzed.
Can I talk? Actually, that's a good
no,
question.
you're knocked out right now.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, I am breathing though. Then
Yes.
I'm alive.
I think he's paralyzed from the neck down, which is great.
Well, that's a good thing we kept that chair from before.
Oh yeah, I've been using it for stuff.
No,
It's been my.
I'll
No.
sterilize it. I'll sterilize it.
Give me
Thank
another
you.
roll.
Me?
Kowalski.
Okay.
For what?
To still get there. I assume you're still trying to get there. Or did you just
Oh, yeah,
stop?
man.
You're like, you know what? This is tough.
you know what? I should donate money right now to make this an episode of Voyager because this will all be reset then at the end of the episode.
All right.
But yes,
so,
I succeeded.
so you make it down to him. Do you want to try to stabilize him, or what do you want to do to him? Kill him?
I'll stabilize him. Yeah.
You're gonna give
You
him
could
the
infect me
horn
now. I mean, I hate to point that out, but you could.
Yeah,
infect
well, that's
me.
the thing.
Just,
So I'm
like,
gonna do
gets
2
like a
things.
boner.
He's gonna get infected, and he's gonna be stabilized.
Okay. In fact,
You don't even know the side effects too. Like
You
you're
think
not
I
aware of
care?
your own failures.
You took a death. You took a kill from me, and you're paying for it. No.
You're going
Oh,
into
God.
Squad Daddy's sex chair.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
And if you're not careful, I'm gonna wheel you in there and make you watch.
No.
Oh god.
All right. Okay.
All right, what am I doing? What am I rolling for?
You're rolling. Oh God. You're rolling. Insight plus medicine.
Okay. Okay, cool. 1 success.
All right. So you stabilize him, and then are you actually going to use that thing on him? So it's just going to make him horny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. He's suffering.
I'm unconscious right now, so I'm just having really odd dreams.
You're gonna
about
feel
Kira
it.
and
That's what's
Reese.
gonna wake you up, bud.
All right. So as you're working on him, teams start coming. You do see security up there, and they're reaching down. It's like, hey, we're trying to get to you.
Can they just be like overweight mall cops?
Yes.
What question is where's the phaser?
And
That
it's-
is a
he's-
very good question.
I mean, you still see it on him technically. You can search him, I guess, because you said you
You
still
said
had it. You put it up, right? As soon as you did it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's
you
like
tried.
the first thing I
Just-
did.
yeah.
I did try, and then I flew out into space. But
It's still.
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
get hit in the
try.
back of the
It's
head though,
still
so I
on him.
probably got it.
It's
I probably
still-
holstered it
It's
before I
still
went
on
out.
him.
There we
I
go.
want to check. I want to take it. I want to confiscate it so that way, in case they try to check him for anything, they won't
To be
find it.
clear, by the way, I do want to make sure that was a stun shot, right?
That was a stun shot. Yeah.
Okay, good. Just wondering. I wonder, out of curiosity, if I had shot it normally.
A whole hell of a lot more damage. So I was looking at it, and what took me a while is I kind of went back and took a look at phasers and the way they worked in the battle, and depending on TOS and TNG, it changes up, but it still does like a ton of damage. So I just, I just assumed that it would evaporate anything on the inside because that wasn't made to take phaser shots, and then it just did a whole. Now, had you had it on normal or an actual kill setting, probably would have took out half of the station, and then that's a fun thing to try to retcon for me. So I'm glad you didn't do that, but
Thought about it, admittedly.
I mean, it's whatever. So anyway, are you just taking it, or are you going to shoot them? Because I thought that's where you're going. I'm gonna say
No,
that's
I'm
kill.
just gonna try to hide
I'm
it.
gonna say it's kill setting and fire right into the air.
Just shoot straight up.
That is to overload.
You don't have
Just
to aim.
blow.
You just do this as you're firing.
Yeah, that's it. No, I'm just gonna try to hide it.
Okay. Okay. So, you're not resisting them. You're gonna accept their help and everything.
Yeah, because I'm gonna pretend like we don't know what happened.
Okay.
Take good care of him. He's a good friend.
That's it. I'm his physician, and he will not leave my side. I will be taking care of him. He seems rather erect at the moment, but I think that his body is rather paralyzed, and I need to stabilize him.
Not
and
my
keep
nose
that
ridges,
away.
Nerys. You know I can't resist that.
His nose ridges are indeed cold.
He's doing fine. They are able to save. They get you out, and of course, get you into the med bay. A couple hours later, you're actually on the bed. You can't move right now. C2.
We're never moving, bud.
A couple hours later, a security officer makes his way down. You guys are actually being kept within the med bay itself because they're trying to figure it out. And he comes to you and he nods his head. He says, "Doctor and lieutenants."
Hey.
Okay, well, hello. Well, nice to see you.
He, you can be awake now if you want to.
Changelings. What? Where am I?
He pauses a moment. He says, "We've been looking at the scanners, and it would appear that before the explosion, Lieutenant Cito was talking to the captain who had just called security. We were hoping to get a little more information on that."
So I'm going to roll persuasion because I'm about to spin a lie from hell. Where's my other dice?
Have you heard of Section 31?
No, shut up. Vera.
We got these cool black badges.
Oh my God, Vera.
Yeah, get the squad daddies down here to beat the
No.
shit out of these security guys.
That's what he says. It's like we got a Porthos situation. You hit some button, all of a sudden squad
Porthos.
daddies. Squad daddies
Porthos.
are transported in.
Okay,
They're
so I
all
have 3
flipped.
successes on persuade, okay?
Okay.
Now I'm going to spin the lie that I just rolled for. I was talking to the captain about hesitation. Security concerns with regards to Starfleet intelligence. Forgive me for not sharing that just openly. And we saw something moving. And we looked, and a changeling started forming in the corner of the room. And that's when he called for security. But unfortunately, I wasn't fast enough to stop him from whatever Dominion weapon he put there. I didn't even recognize it. I'm surprised I'm even alive. And I rolled 3 successes. I want to remind you that.
He pauses a moment and he looks between the two. He says, "Scanners show that you were on your way there as well. Can you tell us why you were there? Also, you have an erection, Lieutenant."
I don't know that. I can't feel anything below my neck.
Well, I can certainly attest that the erection is certainly
I would rather you not
possibly there due to
diagnose
his spinal
status.
injury.
Could you chop it off? Just get rid of it.
I was
Just
to say, I
remove
can
I'll
it.
never
explain
need
the
it again.
erection.
I will
That's
never
not
need
even-
that thing
We
again.
put this surgical cup over it
No,
to
just oh my God.
draw people's attention away. It's a large cup. You're welcome.
Has little snowmen.
What we were doing there?
Christmas
Well, we
trees.
were there to tell the captain that Vera and I were going to engage in a sexual relationship, and we wanted his approval.
Oh my god! Not what I was gonna come up with.
I should probably
What was
roll
your
to
idea?
see if-
What was your idea?
What was I forgot?
We'll
it 'cause
see
I
if
was
you.
thinking-
We'll see if you
was,
need it because he's going to need to roll. Give me a
I
presence
know what it-
plus.
Yes, I had a section 3rd erection.
I was gonna ask the captain to marry me and all the squad daddies, and
Oh my god.
Mogo's gonna be my best man.
Yeah, that's
but
an
never mind, you can be
automatic
part of
fail.
it.
That's an
You can.
What am I rolling?
a presence plus security, I guess.
That's an interesting question. Is polygamy legal in the Federation at this
I
point?
wouldn't
perfect.
see why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I have a success.
You have a success?
Yep.
I mean, the
Is the other one a 20?
polygamist, so.
No, it's not
Okay.
a critical failure. It was a
Okay.
19, so it was
Okay.
very close.
Oh god.
Can
I assist?
He
I'm
looks
Lander. I can
confused.
assist in the persuasion.
He was
He was
definitely
like,
doing it. I was going to be a part of it.
I was gonna-
Listen,
You guys
I was
can
good. I've been friends with these two for a long. I'm going to do it. I've been friends with these two for forever.
Here we
You
go.
know, I was going to be part of it. I mean,
raw
granted,
sexual tension.
okay,
Vera-
it's two
Vera's
successes.
Like, you guys.
Successes.
I mean,
Look, they had my blessing. This is supposed to be a happy day. This is supposed to be a happy day. You goddamn Dominion bastards!
And as you can clearly see, he's very excited about it.
Yes, why is that happening?
Nobulans are polygamous. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't know anything about that.
Wow. As you guys are having a thought, all of a sudden it flashes bright, and there's a white background. You find yourself standing up, and you can actually move.
Oh, thank God. I grab the phaser and I shoot myself immediately.
Phaser's gone.
Just
I have
no,
it.
where's my phaser?
I have it. You're not
No,
getting it back.
You're in a
idiot.
white. There's no one else around
you don't want to
right
get
now.
tuckered out there, bud.
Oh, okay.
You hear,
Yeah. Hey, Rockstar.
you hear in the background. You hear. Poop, poop.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What?
It's been a long day, you fuckers.
Yes, this has been a very long day. What?
You see Mogo walk up, and he says, "Why is the non-believer back? We have no use for him." All of a sudden, behind him, a squad daddy appears and says, "The choice. We have a choice to give him to ensure the consistency or the continuity of the world." You see Vera.
I don't want to change the game, okay? Except I wouldn't know about that.
Says the game must be changed. No, Vera comes up and says, "A choice. Only two." Yep.
Okay, fine. What are they?
Leighton.
And
What do you say? You punch him. What are they?
I'm so tempted because
Is it-
in character, I am just at my wit's end right now. Like the wick has burnt.
Well, for my visualization, is he still erect or no?
No.
No, but the next scene is Vera sitting on top of Squad Daddy as they're talking.
No.
They have no idea.
Ah.
You know, they could actually do that memory, and they'd have no idea how
Yeah,
inappropriate.
they don't know what it
is.
means at all. They have no idea.
It's just a memory randomly
Total
pulled.
ignorance.
Randomly pulled. They got no idea what's going on.
So I just okay. Yep. What's the choices?
It's like Vera giving birth. It's like,
God!
Eating one of the babies.
it's like the chest burster from Alien.
Oh my God.
Disgusting.
An opportunity to reset the game. At this point, we can send you back to where it first began and have a chance to replay what has occurred. Unfortunately, this would come with a price.
Prophets always demand a price.
Yeah.
I may or may not know that in character,
You
but it's
see
true.
you see the former captain, the dead one now.
Which all of them,
Vaporized.
all
He
four of them.
died painlessly. Think about how the other captains have died.
Yeah, thanks to
appears-
you.
Measles.
You have your weapon pointed at him, and he says, "With a reset of the game, unfortunately, Bajor will fall and become a part of the Dominion for at least a time. Ultimately, the emissary will set things right, but unfortunately, there will be hardships." You then see I'm trying to think. The Section 31 woman appears, and she says,
Don't even know her name.
"Or things can continue forward as they are, and you will continue to be in your
Your chair beeps.
You'll continue to be in your
your beep
state.
chair.
You'll continue to be in your state. However, prosperity will reign over the Federation. However, prosperity will reign, and Bajor will rise to become one of the superpowers of the Alpha Quadrant. In 1,000
This is
years.
getting good.
Getting your Captain Pike choice is what you're getting.
So in character, I take a moment to think about this. I've already decided. But in character, I'm sitting there thinking, for the sake of the drama of the scene, can I have the phaser in my hand?
Sure.
Okay.
Firing the phaser will be a choice.
Yeah.
But if you fire it, I'm going to do something with that. So
Is firing resetting or no?
I don't know.
I hate you. I'm never plugging your show again. No. Hang on. I don't know which choice I can make then. If this is, the phaser's gone there.
It's a third option, and God only knows what happens then. Well, profits.
I do love third options in video games, but those are done by professional GMs. So
Sure.
Ow.
Boom.
I'm not the one
Ow.
whose character is a paraplegic.
Currently
Perpetually
erect
in a wheelchair.
and paralyzed.
Perpetually in a
paraplegic.
wheelchair.
Yep.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time he's been there either.
Can I save state? That's a good idea. I hit F5.
No, you can't. On this one,
I hit
you can't.
F5.
Doesn't
Damn
work.
it.
Not on this one.
Wow. As much as I would love to know what the third option does, that's purely gamer curiosity. In character, I know exactly what Sita would do. He looks to the prophet and he says, the Bajorans have had hardships before. Reset.
Behind you, Kira Nerys says he wishes to reset the game, and then all three of them appear around you and says, then that is how it will be done. All of a sudden you see a flash. You find yourself back on a very familiar freighter that you have just liberated.
I immediately kill Moga.
You just liberated. No, you just liberated. Moga looks over and he says,
He dies.
No, not yet. Not yet. It's a cutscene. You got to wait for the cutscene.
Okay. Sorry.
He says, we should be on our way. And then you hear one of the ensigns in the background, still in the garb, says, it looks like a toxin has been released into the Orion settlement. And then the captain looks confused, the first captain you ever had, and he says, maximum warp. And then it slides in and goes off.
And then I kill Moga.
And then Moga is dead and roll credits.
That's actually the final shot.
Is that what you want to do? Do you want to try?
Well, hang on, real quick. I know you don't like Voyager all that much, but one of the things Voyager did all the time was a denouement, like right at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is what. It was a very common problem. So I like to think the ship heads off, and then it goes to the quiet scene, and Moga's just sitting there, doing whatever the hell he does. And I just walk in. I'm like, hey,
Brushing
Moga.
my tongue.
I'm very calm. Like I am utterly at peace, and I just pull out a phaser set to incinerate, and I completely vaporize him.
I'll take it.
As he's happening, it's.
No, it's like questioning, like, huh?
Yeah.
No,
You get me mid-brush.
you walk in, and Moga. No, instead of that, you walk in, Moga looks, he's like, I always knew it would be you.
I suspected from the very beginning. I can't do the voice like that.
I suspected that you would try to kill me. I didn't think it would be like this, but very well, get on with it.
Do what you have to do.
Do
I'll take
your
care
worst.
of your wives for you. Hey, Vera.
You just hear it's like, I'm getting a feeling that I'm missing something in my life.
No. I've got an idea. There's all these wives that are suddenly missing their husband.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think there's some husbands there too, but whatever.
There are.
Even better.
It just goes to a house, like a Denobian house, and you hear just multiple.
Discovery area shuttle just lands right in front of their.
Every area.
And then the last scene is just Vera slow motion walking. Just seminal fluid everywhere behind her.
Yeah. What's your name? Vera Skywalker.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
Hang on. I got another phaser
I'm
around
just trying
here.
to link. I'm just
Hang on
trying to
a
link
second.
all the disappointing endings together.
Yeah, and then all of a a sudden you just see that's how he does. Right behind her as she's walking, you have Sito who kills her right in front, and then the last thing he does is he's like, the timeline must be preserved.
Must be preserved, and I shoot myself right in the face.
That's the ending.
That disintegrates.
That's the ending. She kills Moga. Gets Vera.
Kill Moga, kill Vera, and then I kill myself.
Let me get to the husbands and wives.
Sorry. It was the only way. I wanted you to have that moment of happiness before the end. I wanted your life to end.
You didn't even see it coming. You were fine. At least I had to face it. I had to face it head on. You're walking in.
Tongue brush and all.
Right.
Did you puff before the end?
That's actually a good question. Did you puff as you saw it coming?
I wasn't afraid. I faced it like the brave Dr. Phlox would have.
I'd like to think that as it slowly did, again, slow motion, it's just evaporating and he puffs at the end. And the last thing you see is like a little semblance. Yeah, he's watching. He's looking down at it as it's going out.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Fully melting my body.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wait, sorry, what's cool? Why is Vera getting like a Sonic the Hedgehog song?
I don't know.
Vera, she can really move. Vera has got an
Okay, never mind. It makes sense now.
Yeah. Vera, she's the fastest
This thing alive.
That doesn't. I don't think you want to be known as the fastest thing alive.
No, dude. How many wives and husbands do you have? 7.
Yeah.
That's true. You got to get through them quick.
Yeah. There's only so many hours in the day.
You just like touch me and I'm done.
All right, guys. So I'm going to do a complete upload, which will probably be like an 8-hour upload. Please watch up to like the 5th game because it was serious.
And then stop.
Just assume that everything fell. In about 2 weeks or so, we're probably going to move to Sundays a little bit earlier so that people can actually play. It's probably going to be, I'm going to be honest with you, it's probably going to be a original homebrew TNG DS9 era, but not the Dominion War. And we're going to be doing a couple of things where they're going to have main characters as well as secondary characters that are going to be impacted by what the main characters do. It's going to be kind of fun. I will actually get some of you guys in on it too, so I'm excited about that. Thanks so much for coming. Thanks for being a part of this. It honestly has been a lot of fun. Even when it went completely off the rails, I lost all my notes.
Yeah, it has
Shouldn't it be especially?
Yeah, especially when it went off the rails.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everything went wrong tonight. I was completely off basis, but it ended the way I think it should have. Honestly,
I
can't see it ending any other way. Well, not only just that, but not only did all 3 of them die, but it was killed by Sito. Of all 3, you would not expect Sito to be
the one guy.
Is it Sito or Saito? I don't remember.
It's C2. No, I guess I'm not C2 anymore. We rewound time.
No, killing us is a very Sato move.
That's true.
Very Hoshi of you.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly,
I just like to imagine that you look like. Have you seen Picard?
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Oh, okay, then never mind.
You can spoil. I know what's happened.
I've just said I imagine that Sito looked like the synths at the beginning of episode 2, and just in honor of you.
Oh yeah, it's just a blank smile, staring from.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But no, I honestly think that this entire being even though I tried so hard, this entire thing was a alternate universe that never happened, and ultimately Sito saved it. He saved everyone
by killing the aberrations that were.
I like how when given the option to allow Bajor to become a major power in the quadrant or you to get your legs back, you were like, give me my fucking legs back.
Very encouraging.
That's the only way that he'd be able to kill you. He can't kill you with an
erection. That's true. I mean, Bajor being amazing is awesome, but killing you, I mean, just think about that.
That was the first thing you did.
Was literally the first
You don't even know that I was the one that gave you the erection.
I suspected all along.
That's fair.
The entire time while you're trying to hunt us down, you had the erection. It just never went away.
Yeah, it's been with you the whole time.
That's why I finally killed myself. I can't live with this anymore.
The prophets thought that was a normal thing for you.
No, get rid of this. What is wrong? Where did they? God dang it!
They reset you with
stupid prophets
still inside you.
I hope the pirates kick you out of your own wormhole.
Oh my god! This does mean that the Squad Daddies still exist in this timeline.
They do.
Out there. Yeah.
They're stuck in cryogenic freeze and they'll never be found.
Actually, that station was detonating, so they'll die.
Yeah, You guys killed 4 captains. I didn't realize that. You guys
Yeah,
destroyed.
stop watching
3,
after we kill the second captain.
You destroyed 3. Yeah, after the second captain, it goes downhill. But
Yeah,
this
just
up
stop
to
after
the
that.
second cap, and then there was 3 Federation ships lost. How many ships lost? You lost the original badass thing I made,
Yeah, we lost the Oberth.
and then you lost the Oberth.
Oh,
A
poor
big shock,
Oberth.
I know, but
We lost several shuttles. I mean, we
I thought
lost
we
the
lost the
first
freighter,
badass
too,
ship
didn't
pretty
we?
fast.
Yeah, and you
no,
lost.
we didn't lose the freighter. Never mind, we didn't lose the freighter.
And then you blew a
Yeah,
hole
no.
in Utopia Planitia. That was.
And
It
that'll
was
never
all
happen
worth
again.
it.
Yeah, no, Utopia Planitia is going to be just fine.
Just think about getting hit at point blank range with a phaser emitter, even set on stun.
Oh, I can legitimately picture that. In fact, I'm amazed Star Trek has never tried to use that visual because that's a great visual.
Yeah.
Like someone just, they beam out to space and they turn around and you just see, and then they're gone. They're completely evaporated.
Vapor.
But that's
Okay,
a good.
someo's been drinking.
That's a good way to end it.
They
Too. The
would have
Bajorans had
evaporated.
hardships before. I agree. I think that was a pretty badass line.
Well, okay, if I could just talk about that really quickly, the last thing Sito would ever want, this is why I made my decision so quickly, would be for the Bajorans become the new Cardassian Union. That is the last thing on his
They could have
mind.
became the new Federation.
Yeah, dominant power in the quadrant does not speak Federation to me. And I know exactly how the Bajoran people think. After all, if you're paying attention at this point in history, the Bajorans have been going through a lot of crap, and most of it has been them screwing themselves up in response to the wake of the occupation. Understandable, but that's not a power that's going to become onto a peaceful future.
So you're saying that the Bajorans rising to power defeat the Federation, setting up the events of Star Trek Discovery Season 3?
Yes, exactly. Wait.
No.
Well, if you've
The
seen what
Bajorans
season,
are the villains.
if you've seen what season 8 would have been, they would have actually cultivated a Jem'Hadar army that started worshiping
Squad
the prophets,
daddies.
the Squad Daddy prophets.
The Squad Daddy.
I wish
True.
I wish I was making that up. That
No, that's actually a
was-
thing.
Oh, that's
That was-
what they wrote. Yeah.
That is what they wrote. That's a season 8 thing. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Lore Runner at lorerunner.com or twitch.tv/thelorerunner. Of course, Jessie Gender, you can just put it into YouTube, find her. She does some really cool stuff, specifically relating both science fiction and Star Trek to all kinds of social justice issues, as well as
Social justice warriors.
yeah, I almost
That's
got
it.
myself right there, man. Social justice issues, which isn't bad, versus a social justice warrior, which is a slur. Social justice issues, including LGBT and other things, as well as Kat Walski, who said he was leaving and all of a sudden does 50 different videos that he has uploaded.
It's almost like Picard came out and
Yeah.
he suddenly had something to talk about.
Yeah, he suddenly
That's
all
so
of a sudden,
strange.
all of a
Yeah.
sudden Picard
Yeah.
came out
Coincidental,
and he
really.
started
Yeah,
getting
somebody asked me
views.
about that the other day, and they're like, "How's that whole you're not doing videos thing anymore?" And I said, "Not so good, not so good." So
All of a sudden, CBS started having money that they could give people.
that's
and
true. They got
that's
more
true.
budget. They sent me the checks. The checks cleared, and then suddenly the
Oh, they
videos
didn't
start
bounce?
cranking
Well,
out.
they got
Dude.
all those subscribers just based off of your content.
No, the show's been failing. No one's watching it. So yeah,
That's
and
true.
they're selling
That's
it. They're
fact.
selling the show to NBC. So
Oh, I'm so sorry.
They're selling it to him. Did someone actually
and
say that?
Seth MacFarlane, you know.
and Seth
Don't
Yeah, I
say
was
who
gonna
it
say,
is.
yeah.
Don't say who it is. But did they actually say they're selling it to NBC?
Yeah, that was a whole thing. They all did. The
That
whole
is the
group of them
most
did.
ridiculous thing I've
whole
ever.
team, the
Can
whole
NBC
Menace
even
team.
afford the Trek? Oh my
Yeah,
god!
it's like they wanted to give it so that Seth MacFarlane could take
Trek,
control.
NBC doesn't do anything. They don't have. Oh my god! I am friends with some of the Phantom Menace, but some of these things. Are
No,
just
no, it was
ridiculous.
posted up on 4chan. It's legit. It's
Oh
a
my
legit
god,
thing.
guys! Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Of course, some of you are now going to unsubscribe because I spoke against the Phantom Menace. God forbid I actually.
I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame.
God forbid I have my own fucking opinion because I mean, if I say it's stupid, automatically I hate everybody. Thanks so